become a pirate legend in Sea of Thieves, you need to get level 50 in 3 of the main trading factions, that being Merchant Alliance, Gold Hoarders, Order of Souls, Reapers and Hunters Core. Now, I don't have level 50 in any one of them, so I need to change that. So in this video, I'm going to be trying to get level 50 in the Merchant Alliance just to start me off on the journey to Pirate Legend. However, that being said, before we go into the video, it would massively help me if you guys could subscribe or even leave a like on the video. I'm starting out, so this would help a ton, and I need your help. Anyway, that being said, into the video. I went over to the Merchant Alliance stand and I put down my emissary flag. Emissary flags, the more you level them up, can get you more gold and more reputation the longer you play at it. So this was a brilliant decision to start off with. Now in Season 13, they introduced a small little thing called skeleton camps. This was mainly for the use of restoring the crew of the Burning Blade. However, they are ridiculously overpowered, especially for new players. In like 5 or so minutes, you can get, 20,000 gold and a whole load of reputation for the trading company you're representing as well. So this was the first place I went, without a doubt. The first place you have to go is you have to light the torches outside the tower itself, and after that's done you can head inside, flick the lever and start the long journey of heading down that elevator. Once you're at the bottom of the elevator, you can go and light the stargazer. This will allow you to start filling out the constellations, and once you've filled them out, you're then able to fight the skeletons in the camp itself. Now, as I had said before, these things are ridiculously easy, and so I finished them and took the orb in no time at all. After taking it back onto my ship, I plopped it down, and because I'm lazy, that was the end of the first day. Now, for a first day, that was pretty good, but in the grand scheme of things, that is very, very little in comparison to what I need to actually get to level 50. So for the second day, I'm going to have to put in a little bit more effort to get to where I want to be. Either way though, I was happy. The next day started out much the same as the day before, because I just really wanted to do a skeleton camp again. As I said before, although they're not very good in terms of the grand scheme of things, they're still really well and still give a lot of loot to add to your loot pile for the day, so that's where I went first. Now, obviously, I completed this one much faster than the last one because I'd already done it the day before, so things were looking up. After that, and matching up all the constellations again, the PvP went quicker, and I even managed to kill the skeleton raider much faster as well, just with a sniper. So after I killed him and I took the orb back onto my ship, I decided the next place that I would decide to go was onto a sea fort. These are also relatively early game and also relatively quick, and they make quite a fair bit of gold as well. So after sailing there, I quickly lowered my anchor and parked the ship up perfectly against the side of the fort. And then that's when all the ghosts appeared and I had to fight them off. I swear to God, I can't even tell you how annoyed I was by this. Because the key got stuck in the wall, I couldn't access any of the treasure I just got. So I took the treasure from the top room still and headed back onto my boat, and I went to go sell all my gold. But I was still really annoyed. Unfortunately, that was all the gold I was gonna get for this day, so I just set my sails down and headed over to Port Merrick, because I'm just annoyed. Now, despite the fact I'm trying to get Pirate Legend, I quickly realised while looking at the quest table I hadn't even done the tutorial for the Merchant Alliance, so out of honour, I felt I had to do that. Now, the funniest bit about this is that while I was doing this tutorial, it was the funnest I'd had at any point during Sea of Thieves, other than a few tall tales here and there. And I quickly realised why. It was a simple little journey with the Pirate Lord, but I really enjoyed it, because it made me realise that the game isn't about getting Pirate Legend or getting the best at PvP or getting all the curses. In fact, the only reason I want to get Pirate Legend in the first place is to play a silly little song on the guitar. But anyway, just through that I realised how much fun I was having doing this, and thought that I'd go into the second day with a new head start. Despite what I said like 2 seconds ago, we are going into the third day with a seaport. Now, at this point, I was a little bit bored. Yesterday, I had had a whole revelation, and today I was just killing ghosts and skeletons and going on Lost Voyage. Now, this day, I've pretty much shortened it into about 15 or so seconds of content because I am so bored of it. Like this whole segment here, this was really boring. So enjoy this, I guess. Hey, now it's a different day on the Sea of Thieves, and you're probably expecting something funner than the last. Well, you'd be wrong, because this next day was just as boring, and I could not be asked to deal with it. So we're gonna be skipping over this one too. Sorry about that. Now, despite how absolutely boring the last 2 days were on this journey, my god was this day fun. Not only was I not alone for this day, I actually had someone helping me, but Jesus, like the stuff that happened on this day was just awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed this day. Now, I'm not entirely sure if you noticed by the 5-second clip you might have catched of it, but we were interrupted in our little voyage because this ghost fleet was exactly where we were meant to get our loot, and luckily we did manage to get it in the end. You'll see. Now, we had successfully gotten all of our loot completely safe and sound, but we weren't entirely satisfied, because there was a ghost fleet here with our name on it, no other players around, and it would sort of be a bit of a waste to just let them live, or remain undead. This random decision, while the loot wasn't all merchant stuff, this decision led us to get a lot of gold. And although I'm only here for reputation, I was not saddened by the appearance of all this money. But yeah, this day was great. Unfortunately, this is the last day on this video. I had so much fun making this, and thank you all for watching it, but now, let's get into it. So, for the first bit of this day, I was just having fun. I was going around, not really taking it too seriously. I was just doing my lost shipment voyage, finding the key, finding the ship room, grabbing all the treasure, all of that jazz, and then selling all of that treasure. This got me to level 46, and I was in the final stretch of this. But this final stretch was a little bit boring. It was really a series of dive to voyage, complete voyage, sell loot, repeat, dive to voyage, complete voyage, sell loot, repeat. And I was mostly just doing skeleton camps and attacks on an Ashen Lord. But other than that, I wasn't really doing anything. It mostly just became a case of skeleton camps again and again and again. Okay. Gold discovered. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've done it. Now, I can't tell you how happy I am from doing this. I've spent well over 10 hours just grinding away at this, not to mention all the other hours I would have spent on this game in general. And I had so much fun, and I met a few new people as well, which was all part of the adventure, and I was really happy to have done that. So I just really want to thank you for coming on this journey, and yeah, I really enjoyed making this first video, and I'm glad that you all could have enjoyed it with me, or at least I hope you did. But even if you didn't, then thank you for your time. But making this just felt so fun. There were a few times when I sort of almost gave up. I'd accidentally deleted some footage, or I'd been sunk. There were a few bits that I'd left out, a few hours of footage where I'd been either sunk or someone had just been a bit boring and the content wasn't really worth it. But either way, I sort of prolonged, and I was so happy that I did in the end, because just making this felt so fun. So thank you all for coming on the ride with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!